Welcome into the conclusion of the 2024 Bottle Lake Open presented by the PDGA and Idio Sports. I'm Luke Humphries, joined in the booth again by Tall Paul Oman.
Howdy folks. One more look at the Bottle Lake Open course here. Everyone's played it several times this week, so we know what we're doing.
Yeah, we got a pretty good battle at the top between Levi and I, and then there's a bit of a battle for third place as well between Paul and Francis Orange, who we had the pleasure of watching yesterday. Great game.
Yeah, happy to see him back on the lead card. And looking forward to a battle.
Yeah, man. This Bottle Lake course, pretty fair. It's tight though, man. We're going to be in the woods in a second, starting out in the open. And we've got a drop in temperatures today, about 20 degrees lower than yesterday and the previous day. Plus, we got some winds today.
Yeah. Why did it get so chilly?
Everybody got a bit more clothes on.
Middle at the top is New Zealand's very own rising star. Came second to his caddy, Corey Ellis, at the Topol Classic. This is representing Team Small Planet Discs and RPN from Invercargill, Levi Stout.
Great young talent out of Invercargill. Really showing us what he's got here.
Yeah, kid's got it all. Super smooth. And I remember who he reminds me of. He's got a little Alden Harris in him.
I see.
Boom. Throwing that Tata ET, and it was heading out of bounds before it connected with that tree, so that was actually a good tree. Ends up in an interesting spot, though.
Yeah. Wind was just ripping on hole one today, headwind.
From Team Prodigy, this is Luke Humphries.
The one and only.
Yeah, it's chilly, so I got double hoodies on today. You know, I like my hoodies. Going with the FX2. Dude, okay, I was wondering if I was on the wood or not. It was definitely just a slip on the grass.
Thought we'd hear it too. It really set out a squeak there from
Yeah,
your shoe, and thing went up in the air.
Somehow it lands in the fairway, though.
That was very fortunate.
He's ready to go. The team in the kit. This is Tall Paul Oman.
I know it's going to take a lot to catch you two. Just trying to play some free golf, something I've been looking for this entire tour down here. Seemed like the wind picked up for me too. I don't know what that was all about.
I love this. You know you're getting that skip and another.
Yeah, I'm just throwing a 9-speed here. Not looking to get too crazy.
Here at the 2024 Bottle Lake Open. And rounding out our lead card from down to Dunedin and wearing his window gear from top to bottom, one of the sponsors here. This is Francis Orange.
Francis is a great player. Got the forehand, the backhand. He's got a beautiful putt that he can really get the range out on. Throwing a Zeus.
We're seeing this similar action that Levi got.
I mean, it was the exact same shot, essentially.
Just tipped it.
Didn't hit that tree that Levi hit, so he is unfortunately OB, and it's kind of in a weird spot, too.
Yeah, he got hemmed up there.
Levi position play back into the fairway here. That's all he had, and he did it perfectly.
Yeah, just trying to get him into that Takapoo range that he's comfortable with. His favorite RPM putter. You see Francis here, just trying to get to where he can attack the basket. Kind of a little further right than he wanted to, yeah.
This just came out low. Well, she skitters up there a little bit.
Yeah, like you said, it was cold. We were all kind of adjusting here. for myself as well.
Perfect shot from Levi.
He's so comfortable with these putters.
Judged the weight on that one perfectly. Really all that Francis had left was just a chuck. Hopefully it made it through some trees. It didn't really. Kind of leaves him about 60, 65 feet, edge of circle 2. And it's not a putt you can run with OB long.
Nope, OB, wind whipping at you, low ceiling. Recipe for disaster.
Where was that going if it didn't hit the tree?
You know, I don't know. I definitely didn't like that high release, but I had a little better angle than Francis did, and as well as you, like, you're kind of looking at this OB. I was a little more parallel with it.
Yeah, headwind right to left. If you just hyzered it ever too much, it felt like it'd flip over the basket, go OB long, so I leave it a little short, unfortunately. I'm going to be grabbing the par along with you and Levi. Unfortunate double for Francis. A lot of golf left to play, though.
Absolutely.
This one was playing the trickiest it had played thus far. I think hole 1.
Yeah, that drive was brutal. All right, into the second par 4 of the round here, 657. Just looking to get out of this chute, not go too long. Set yourself up with the approach into the green. And here Levi's going to show us how it's done. The Tara ET again.
Yeah, I could have used a little more distance. I
think
kind of
so.
got a bad skip, soft landing there in the sand, which is very consistent with the rest of this course. If we've mentioned it before, it's sandy and pine straw.
So a little bit more of the ceiling here.
And I was trusting that sandy. If it had gotten the hot skip, it could have been OB, but that's exactly where I was trying to
Yeah,
put it.
after walking up there, you were in a great position. Finding a nice bit of airspace in that tree. Getting up there with Levi. Still not the best angle into the basket area, but
It's a PD from Francis, and he throws that disc incredibly well. That one just a touch turned over. I think you're just protecting against the hyzer out in a situation like that.
yeah, if I recall you mentioning, you didn't throw a whole lot of discs on the course. You kind of just stuck to 4 or 5 and
Yeah.
just get comfortable with them. And
That found some airspace. And it actually continued finding airspace, went straight through the next pine, too. That's a circle 2 look.
oh yeah,
All right, I got my stable D2 out. This wind's pretty rippy right now.
okay, that's what you want to see.
Yeah. Not bad. There's a lot of OB up there.
Levi sporting the wind mohawk.
This one just got a little high on him.
Yeah, I think he had that hard hyzer angle on the forehand, and the wind just wasn't letting it move left to right.
You've got a pretty similar high forehand hyzer look yourself.
Trying to make a little adjustment here, take it a little tighter. Just not getting all of the distance.
Yeah, right over there by Mr. Francis. This tended to be one of the windiest portions of the course. Hole 1, 2, and 3 really out there.
Yeah, nothing blocking the wind there. I didn't see that look on his face in the round. He was wanting that one, I think, especially
Yeah.
after that double on one.
No kidding.
He didn't want to lay up.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe I can give it a safe bid, let the
Yeah.
wind take it.
Right. That's not my best work there.
Yeah.
It was my least favorite wind. That right to left, uphill. That shit.
A little bit of a raised basket.
Yeah, it just makes it a little tricky. I protected against going over, and dude, it starts to rip right now.
Yeah,
right as you were
that
tapping
was a
it.
super sketchy putt.
It's like 20, 30 miles an hour right now.
Oh my gosh. Francis, wondering why he laid up that first putt. If that's going to happen,
Unfortunately.
that's a sign of how much wind we're getting out here.
No kidding. That disc didn't even try and drop into the basket. Just hovered and blew out.
This par 3's butted up against that par 4 we just played, so we're out in the open again. 357. Kind of just screaming for a forehand.
Is it though? I mean, I think it is. I'm just wondering if you actually believe that.
Everyone plays differently.
Kind of a non-skip there from
Yeah.
Levi. Leaves him about a circle's edger.
Sand ate it up.
Going back to that D2.
Just found a little later batch of sand. Nestled it right up against that.
Yeah, I tried to give it just a little more. Forehand shot, huh?
Yeah, I'm thinking this wind was going to help me out, and I definitely just tugged that thing over. Got it on an hyzer angle. I'm looking to release that with just a slight bit of hyzer and get it to flat.
Nice looking shot. Yeah. Pin high exactly.
Yep.
That's a good way to do it from Francis. That looked to be a Zeus again. This is a tricky one here.
Yeah, I thought about it for all of 2 seconds, and I was thinking, I don't need any trouble just yet.
Yeah.
Just get a par. Got some golf to play.
All right. For the bird. And he had the downwind.
Yeah, you can see that. I was about to say, he had the downwind. The flag was moving.
But it didn't really drop the putter.
No. Put it up there.
Just a little left side there from Francis. And this comebacker now for Levi for the par.
Didn't like the way he came out of his hand there.
That one bounced back a little bit on me. I was
man.
surprised with the downwind especially, but you kind of got to jam them right now.
See me, I was being extra cautious there.
Well, I don't have 6-foot arms. I can't reach the basket from that position. But there we go. Grabbing the lone bird, headed into the first par 5. Plays like a horseshoe. 2 Mandos that are the big deal. Driving by the first right now, and the second as we speak right now. This early lane is kind of hard to access, but it's definitely preferred, Paul.
I think so. For myself, at least, I'm trying to chuck the backhand into this green. And I think that left-hand side, the forehand play was a little tighter.
It definitely, it's just got a tree in the middle of it.
Right.
I was interested to see where this was going to go.
Yeah, that weird ground reaction just pops it up instead of letting it push forward.
Yeah, I was ready for a little hot skip around the corner. I thought that had enough to get around the Mando, but either way, I'm set up fine.
Absolutely.
You're going back to that rock you just threw and giving this one the perfect amount of hyzer, and you and I are right next to each other.
I'm loving that placement. Jeez. Francis entering the wind tunnel here.
Oh, this is good. Give him the skip. Yeah.
Yep. Got that pine straw skip there.
Yeah, so there's the banner you can see, that down under banner. You're looking to get it 8 feet past that thing.
Not much, just past the Mando, yeah.
Because if you're 16 feet past it, you almost have to throw an entirely different gap. Can't do it much better right there. A little bit under that tree, but it's not too big of a deal. That blue disc that he's been throwing, I mean, I'm going to pull the name up here in a second, but he does not miss with that thing.
Right, so I was talking to him. So the blue disc is his...
It's his Magma Kotoku.
Right.
Kotuku.
And the red one is the same mold, just a premium plastic, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the blue one is a base plastic.
Okay, good to know.
I'm just trying to be ever so gentle just to line up with that first lane there.
Both you guys go a little deep on it.
I think so, yeah.
And I go a lot deep on it. My decision's been made at that point. I know I can't access that early gap, so I got the tight one with the tree in the way.
I honestly thought you were just more comfortable with the forehand play.
Now, I mean, ideally I'd land right where Francis did. That was a perfect play right there. And you could see he just dripped it around the corner.
Dripped it, I like that.
Weird reaction right away from the a tree base or something, but it ends up fine.
Looking for that skip, playing it a little tighter than I need to. I was kind of hoping to see what that hit, but a little obstructed.
Got away with it.
Here's how you want to play it. Almost gets too much skip.
Yeah, that's the Kia. RPM Kia from him. So this is the gap with the tree in the way. I believe I'm going left side. Yeah.
Just pick a side. There is like a couple Guardians at the end too. But well played.
Weak by those 2 Guardians you're talking about. That's a great shot from Francis. I thought it was a little fast when he threw it, but it's great ground action.
Right.
It's just long. Okay.
I'm ready to start. I'm ready to start birdieing here.
No doubt.
Levi with a good stroke for birdie.
And with Francis in, looking like a star frame right there.
Yeah. The first par 5.
How many times this week?
We are all witnesses. Tatar, 2-time.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Big thanks to Simon and RPM Discs for getting us down here. Can't thank them enough, as well as Henry Pearson. Short par 3 with some stuff behind it. You just can't go long on this thing, or right for that matter.
Standstill.
Yeah, no, I liked it the first 2 days. Got the easy bird. Just sticking with it.
Yeah.
It was a bit of a slippery pad too.
198.
That's how you do it.
Yeah.
A little inside, but
A little
no
inside,
worries.
but yeah, I'm happy where I'm ending up there. Not really looking at that hazard putt that you get left with if you stay up on top.
Yeah, you can see Francis's shirt. This was the windiest this hole had played. Definitely made you think about the stability of your disc and risking that right OB.
Yeah.
Just a little short on that one.
Yeah, I want to say that's his more overstable of the
It
two
is.
yellow.
And it still
putters
flipped
he's
up to
throwing.
flat and
Yeah.
dug into the ground. Francis left himself about a circle's edger right
Yeah.
there. And I left myself a little more than I wanted to.
Did you?
I didn't want to go long. And yeah,
I mean, look at the difference between your putt and Francis's putt.
no doubt. No doubt.
Levi making a wise decision. We're only on hole 5. Don't need to make any mistakes early.
Deep breath from Francis, and it's just not worth it at this point, he thinks.
Yeah, he knows what trouble's lurking back there.
All right, we got Paul looking to card the only bird on the hole. Only 198 feet, but he's got his putter matching his eyes, matching his shirt. That's a killer combo right there.
Thanks, man. Alex Russell gave me that putter. It's very near and dear to my heart.
Well, it's working pretty good right now.
Some good vibes running through it.
Birdie, bogey, and a couple pars. Headed into this short par 4 right here. It's only 384 feet.
A tricky 384.
Indeed. Low ceiling, quite a few trees, and OB 2 paces from the basket. Maybe 2 paces, 2 little paces.
Little baby steps.
You can go anything from mid-range to fairway off this thing. Trying to keep it on hyzer around the corner, get that skip.
Wasn't really too warm on that tee. We sat for a bit on the cart in front of us. Got a little chilly. Got to keep moving on those brakes.
Yeah, no doubt. That wind was howling today, cutting through the clothes. Great little second kick from me.
It's crazy, man.
The thing shot straight right.
Yeah, that was going to go to a very unwanted area.
Just a little high out of the hand. The angle looked perfect. And where he ends up, not bad at all.
Yeah, he probably didn't even see that branch as he was releasing.
There's so many Twizzlers on this hole. This is flipped up too much, but continues to push all the way up there. That was a full flight, 330 feet probably.
Yeah,
I mean,
he hit that thing. He was trying to get that 384, all of it.
all right, I'm going patent pending feedback.
I love the way you just commit to that.
Got a little squeaky through that gap right there. I'm just outside the circle for a birdie. Feels a little bonus to
Pull
even
right
have an
through it, though.
opportunity. Yeah.
Just pull right through it. I mean, you hit that thing a little soft, uncommitted.
Crazy things could happen. Not the best ground play for a really good shot. Leaves you mid-distance in the circle for the bird.
Maybe could have left a little more edge on it, but definitely got a pine cone or something.
Yeah, common out here. Same exact shot, roughly. And you can see he just keeps a little more angle on that disc, and he's rewarded with a drop in.
I must have moved that pine cone out of his way. I think he hit the exact same spot.
Coulda. All right, so Francis actually went straight into that blackberry bush, but because it plays casual, he was able to pull it back out. And look at that tasty little shot.
Put it on the top and let it slide.
If you didn't know by now, his entire bag is orange. Completely fitting.
Beautiful putt. We're all sitting near the basket for birds.
Yeah, I was going to be left out of a star frame. I was pretty sure of that if I didn't bang this one. Nice little catch by that helix.
Love that jumper.
Oh, yeah. What do we got? 3 in a row for your boy?
Yeah. You know, it's been frustrating on the tour down here. Just not really playing as well as I'd like. So I'm looking to just do a little something for the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Just get confident with my game here.
Yeah, get a groove on.
Look, that putt was big, keeping you 1 stroke ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, he was dropping. Had to.
Yeah. Hole 7, our second par 5, 858, kind of a shorter par 5, but we're back in the wind here, and we've got a pretty nice little gap to hit off the tee box. So
it's definitely there. It's a par 5, so you're trying to add a little power too. I think that's what makes it even trickier.
Yeah.
Flipped it to flat, and it's zooming. A little closer to the log than I thought. I didn't think there was any way it was going to hit it, but as I watch it now, it was a little close.
Yeah, really trying to control the height of that shot. I know the wind was howling. I know that OB is on the left. As soon as it gets to a hyzer angle, it's just going to start pushing. So,
dude, I pulled it 2 days in a row. Luckily, I'm in bounds today.
Oh, yeah.
Headed to the drop zone yesterday. This tee shot just is a little weird for me for some reason. Great looking shot from Levi. Tons of ground play. We were thinking it could have headed towards that OB after we saw that big skip, but he's actually in a perfect spot over there. He can play a pure hyzer around the corner now.
Absolutely. Hit one in there to the green. Francis finding this unwanted OB off the tee, heading straight to the drop zone. Just looking to get into position with this shot here.
Really hard to get a par from here. You've got to execute perfectly now. Throw it to there and get up and down.
Yeah.
I'm not too much further. I was trying to throw this one about 380 feet, land right in line with Bob, and I pulled it like 20 feet right.
Oh my, and there's OB over there as well.
Oh, yeah.
You're fortunate enough to stay in bounds. Try to get a look there.
It's so bad. Looks like Levi just picked up that Halo Destroyer. He's going at it again. Oh, that's so money. Oh, and the skip, too. Full flights it. Looking at an easy birdie from there.
Yeah, he knows that OB opens up to the left there once you pass the trees. Got plenty of room over there.
You going for this eagle?
100%. The crowd wants it. I've been talking about it, putting the bug in everyone's ear.
Dude, you started it so nice and low on that hyzer, and the wind just wouldn't let it stay low.
Yeah. I was pretty stoked about it, too. I wanted it to go.
Out of the hand, I thought it was perfect. Francis, fortunate to poke through there.
I got to think he was hoping to get to the green there.
Oh, 100%.
Out of the hand, he was.
Dude, this landed in a really bad spot. That was really my only option.
I was happy to see you not get too aggressive there. I think just get yourself in position to.
If I would have had an aggressive line, I probably would have taken it.
I know. You were pretty blocked.
That was just a weird shot for me. There's a hazard bunker there. You can see it, and it was in my mind.
Were you kind of in between discs there, or
Definitely.
were you very confident about?
No, I was throwing an understable A3.
Yeah, there was still some meat on that shot, I thought.
Yeah. Look at Francis.
Oh, that wind reaction. That was awesome.
It pops it up, and it literally goes nowhere. That was beautiful.
Throwing my Toro, getting in my Toro stance here. Making sure my footing's right.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah, a little too much edge on that. But leaving myself with a makeable putt.
Yeah, no, I thought it was a perfect amount of edge, too. It's a very sandy green.
Yeah.
Levi going with that putter. And just puts it on the ground a bit early.
Okay. I was curious how he landed in the middle of the hazard when we walked up. I didn't see just barely clip that edge.
And spun down into the hazard.
Oh.
I thought that was going in, man.
Uh-huh. That was the plan all along, right?
Yeah, it was. It was just like, yeah, hit the 60-footer for the par.
Great
really
cleanup.
gutsy putt after you've just made a mistake like that to grab the par anyways.
Just unfazed.
Yeah. Okay. We're talking 4 straight. He's got the ham bone going now.
Yeah, not even thinking about it. Just trying to play some golf here. I know you guys are well out of my reach. The way you're playing.
I'm getting a little closer to you, and it's tied at the top now.
Yeah, now that I'm looking at it, I never even looked at scores, but
You were only 5 back at this point.
just keep birdieing.
Crazy.
I know Francis is struggling. Not even really thinking about placing at this moment. Play some golf.
Par 4, but it's only 530, and that's partly due to this nasty little keyhole green right here. All those downed wood logs are the OB line there, so kind of a peninsula into the OB on the screen. You could get there maybe if you really wanted to smash one. You're going...
I'm curious what everyone was thinking when I was lining this up, because all I want to do is put this in play here,
You're the wind read, you know?
and I'm giving you guys nothing.
Yeah, didn't learn anything off of that.
No.
Just that Paul's forehand is getting better.
He's using it more. I think that's a better way to put it.
I heard Corey and Levi talking before this tee shot. They just wanted to make sure that they got that thing turned and that it held the turn. Okay, so that's what happened. It hit the tree because we initially walked past his drive,
Right.
thinking it'd be way further up there, but it clips that tree, drops down, so he's still kind of far. I go D3.
This is an incredible angle.
I'm just trying to make sure I get it turned over.
I want to see this finish.
Oh my
Okay.
That's how I got there.
Wow.
Wow.
Not
That's
using
right.
the keyhole entrance.
Side door.
Side door.
That was a bit of a slip there from Francis. Luckily, he kind of pops him out.
This is why I played the forehand. It's easy to turn it over too much. It's easy to let it hyzer out OB.
This is aggressive right here.
Aggressive and immaculate.
Playing the bank, too, man.
Yeah,
He ordered the bumpers.
I like it. We saw a lot of layups throughout the weekend. I did, at least, and that was just a great aggressive play.
Speaking of an aggressive play,
I'm never even thinking about laying up here.
straight down the pipe, that's a tap in for 5 straight.
I was very stoked about that.
Tall Paul's a coming. Nice little skips right there, man. That was 60, 70 feet of ground play. Perfectly done from Levi.
Yeah, you know when those yellow takapoos are coming out, you're in for a good shot.
What an up and down from a patent pending stance to take on the gap like that and card the birdie.
That was a great birdie.
Gutsy.
Way to get
Gutsy work.
aggressive.
All right. This is for Eagle. Yeah, at least I hit some chains. That was such a bad putt. I'm sorry you guys had to watch that.
I would just, the crowd wanted to see it happen.
It's
you
the
know?
worst feeling birdie in my life, dude. I'm so disappointed as I walk to that next tee pad. I can't even tell you.
Yeah, a lot of people would have liked to talk about that for years.
No doubt. Yeah, I think I got about a dozen high fives on the way up to my putt. Just everybody who cares if it goes in. Bro, that drive was sick.
Right.
Guys, can I just focus on this putt for a second? Par 3, 265. This is a pretty common type of hole for this course. Very tight. You need to control this thing from start to finish. look great out of your hand. Drifts a little bit over there.
Yeah.
We had a left to right wind, kind of just pushing all the discs to the right.
Yeah, I'm clubbing up, throwing a mid here, even though it's 265. Just trying to smooth it out there. That one just got away to the right a little bit, but got me in a good position. Levi throwing his mid as well.
Same thing. Wind kind of flips it up a little quicker as he's releasing it on hyzer. It's just exposed to that wind and moves right ever so slightly.
Catches the skinny tree.
I do the same thing.
Nice little kick
But I
back
kick out to the
middle.
middle. Yeah. Unfortunate start to the hole for Francis, but he is right there in a good spot. Should be able to get this up and down.
Yeah, I got the right kick, not the left kick. All that left side is flagged up with OB.
I mean, he's got a putt. At the end of the day, after those two shots, to have a putt at par ain't that bad of a deal. Nothing for Levi over there. If you kick far right, your birdie chances are done.
Yeah.
Francis he's riding that roller coaster right now.
Yeah, on this short par 3 too, a bogey he's got 2 bogeys on some shorties. You're asking yourself why.
I thought the wind was left to right. I thought some hyzer would push right.
I filtered through, got myself a putt.
6 straight.
We rolling.
That's gotta feel good. Dude, you're only 4 back.
All I can do is keep birdieing. And we're into a birdie area here. I mean, all these wooded holes are very gettable. Very short.
Yeah. Look at you coming on strong.
Wow.
Yeah, Levi and I playing essentially a very similar round to this point. Blemish with a few birdies, and it's all tied up.
Yeah, you guys are keeping it exciting going into the back.
Dude, you and Francis started at the same score.
Oh, yeah. Did you ever feel any pressure? Were you ever thinking about me back there?
Never. You were never on my mind. Sebastian Falconer, that guy's got a cool name. As well as good game. He's a local. And Ethan Stout, Levi's brother there, jumping up into the top 10 as well. That's actually Henry Pearson's father right there.
Big Bry, the dog Lola.
Man, what a guy. Cooked us dinner a couple times, invited us over to the house. We've been having a good time over here.
Yeah, his wife, Susie, came out as well to watch the action.
Good people. Oh, all right. For Luke Humphries and Tall Paul Oman, that's been the front 9 of this final round. We still got drama to come, though. You guys are going to want to join us. Big thanks to Idio Sports and the PDGA for sponsoring this coverage. Thanks for watching GK Pro. We'll see you on that back 9.